Well, good morning. It's April the 7th, 2017. We have a cast morning here this morning. It's been quite a nice few days, nice and sunny. The ground is quite dry, and we're looking at some hops this morning, some developments on the farm, just to show you what's been going on the last couple of weeks. The first change here is the Bramling Cross, which has been removed this year. The Bramling Cross wasn't yielding very well, so this variety really struggling to grow, and it's been replanted this piece this year, so the hop plants have all been pulled out. They have to be grubbed from the soil to stop them growing next year. And this soil now has just been rotated just to get a nice fine tilth. Probably be going over it again before the plants get pushed in. But at this stage, just to get rid of the weeds, get the tilth down so there's a nice bed for the plants to go into. And if we look right next to the Bramling Cross where they were, this is the Jester yard, and in here the plants have already started to come through. These were only planted last year, so you can see they haven't been sprayed off because they're quite fragile, so the plants are being left to grow on, give them their full potential this year, and hopefully they'll produce a good crop. They're all looking pretty much as though they're there. There's one or two gaps in there, so some of the baby plants haven't survived, but generally everything is looking pretty good in here. We've now just moved across to the Pilgrim hop yard, and the last bit of string is going on here. You can still see the balls of string which are being put onto the hooks. We had a video of that last time we were looking at it. But the main thing you can see in here is a lot of plants are being burnt off, and this is because the growth on them is very strong, very early, and I think, as I said on the last update, the plants aren't. We don't want them too strong too soon. If they get too strong, they will be at the top of the wires in no time, and then house over the top. They'll put like a roof on the top. Too much leaf and too much vine, and you don't get a lot of cones. So these have been burnt off, and you can see that here. They've just been burnt back to the ground there. And some of the growers use flame, some of them use chemical treatments, but you can already see that just here there's some of the growth coming back, so the new shoots are starting to come back already, which is good to see. It just slows them up for a couple of weeks and gives the growth a bit of a check, which is a good thing if it's getting too strong. Now on the end of the patch here, speaking to Richard Capper, the grower, yesterday about these, and this patch has been a bit weak recently, this Pilgrim here, and you can see this is what they would look like, and this is what the plants should be doing if they weren't burnt off. But because these are looking a bit weaker, Richard decided to leave these and not burn them back. It'll be interesting to see how they develop during the year, and just see how different the growth is affected by this burning off treatment. So we'll catch up on that later in the year. We've now moved down to the hedgerow varieties. This is the Sovereign. If you look here, the growth is already starting to come up quite strongly. I'm not sure whether these are due to be sprayed back to control the growth so that they don't get too hedgy early on. But certainly you can see down here, one of the other things that's been going on is a bit of fertilizer has been applied, artificial fertilizer. You see the little white dots on the ground there. This is a little fertilizer pellets, and this will be mainly base fertilizer, which will give the root structure in the plant itself some very good feed to strengthen it, ready to start the season. Later on in the season there'll be some nitrogen applied, but at this stage we just want to get the roots strong and the plants a good healthy start. Looking next door here into the apples, into the cider apples, you can just see the blossoms starting to come onto these cider apples, and beautiful time of the year, April and May, particularly when the plants start to grow, or these trees start to put the blossom on into May, and the sun comes out. We get some beautiful days. Let's hope we get some of those for filming later on in the season. But that's where we're going to leave it today, and we'll catch up with you soon.